Hey everybody, welcome back to another Craftopia Seamless World playthrough. This is an older video that I just haven't had time to kind of get to, but this is the first dungeon that you encounter in the Seamless World. And this actually may have changed a little bit. As they release new updates, they've kind of been tweaking dungeons, they've been tweaking things here and there that they really don't mention, but so a little bit of this may change. But eventually, you kind of work through these puzzles. You don't have to defeat enemies to move to the next areas or unlock puzzles, and then eventually get to the boss. This could very well change with another update next month, but as of now, which is mid-August, this is the way this dungeon pretty much looks. Here, you just kind of got to jump on these platforms, ride them along, activate and open the next platform, and it kind of just moves along. Eventually you just press X or activate those, and I play with controllers, so if you see X, it'd be like, hey, this is Xbox. No, it's still PC. I just play with controller. You can activate that one as you swing by it. And I would suggest probably being about a level 10 when you get here. If you've done some of the other kind of side quests at the first village, it shouldn't be too hard. Make sure you've got either some good magic skills, or like you can see, I've got dual wield, so I'm running a dual wield copper sword, and I don't know if it's a broadsword. I don't remember what it is. I think it's whatever sword I can buy from the first vendor in the first village. But most of this dungeon is just kind of fighting through waves of enemies, and then just some light puzzling. Strangely enough, there wasn't anything up there. I thought maybe there was a chest or something up there. There is a chest over there that you can see. It's kind of hidden. And from what I've seen, these chests are not random at all. They always have the same thing in them. They may change them as updates happen, what goes in them, but it's pretty much the same. Here's the first time we encounter a cyclops. You could find them out in the open, and then in the boss rush dungeons on the old map. But here you meet one right away. They're not that difficult. They pretty much operate the same as they did before, and as long as you're high enough level and have a good enough attack, they should be no problem. And they offer good experience points, so. These wizards were a nice addition, but they are quite annoying. So this area, it was meant to be built around. But it's funny because I just build to the side. You don't have to build straight over the shooting fireballs. I mean, you can, but you can like go all the way over the top of them or just around them, and it works just fine. You will experience some dungeons later on where they'll actually prohibit you from building, so you actually have to kind of work your way through those type of areas. But in this case, you can just go to the side. And even on this next spot here where there's going to be balls falling down, you don't even have to go up the ramp. You just build up the side and go around it. I mean, I guess if you want to fight those goblins, you can, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement of this dungeon. That's one of the awesome things about this game is you can kind of play it the way you want to in most cases. See here, building's prohibited, so I can't build in this area, but I could previously. And while this little swirling vortex that keeps you centered that the wizard throws down is cool, it is quite annoying, because especially when you're fighting multiples of them and 2 of them drop it. Then here's kind of an introductory puzzle. You basically just have to line up the lasers to get them to open up the next area. And you can build here, so I just kind of build across. And there you go, that unlocks the final bridge. Now that I will face off against the boss Satyr. He has kind of a charge attack, a couple other kind of like rage attacks. If you're high enough level, he's pretty easy to beat. But if you're not, you might struggle a little bit with him. But you can pretty easily dodge his charge attack, and then once you dodge it, you can use your shield break and break his shield pretty easily. Here's his charge, and like you see, I can easily dodge that and get his shield down. And once I defeat him, you notice that he's dropping the key to evolution. He no longer drops that after the Brigandine Valley update. They've changed how that works. And that's all I've got for this episode. This first dungeon's not really that hard. They have changed it up a little bit, and I expect them to keep changing it up. But if you got any questions, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. I'll try to answer it the best I can. I'm still very much playing through this. I played through it a couple of times. Each time they do an update, I start a new character and start back from scratch, pretty much, so that I can kind of see what all changes happen. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can, try to help everybody out. But if you got questions, let me know. If you need more help, go to fantasyroleplayinggames.com. And that's all I've got for this episode. And as always, thanks for watching.